What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. Hey man, I uploaded the wrong video by accident. On the last one, I had to take it down, but I'm gonna put it up now. But yeah, man. I was watching Spence and Bud fight, and I've been listening to the comments, and everybody keep talking about the fight that Bud had with Shawn. I'm gonna tell you that Errol had with Shawn. You know what? I'm glad that and Kell. I'm glad that he had them two fights like that. I really am. I'm glad that he had them two fights like that. That's that's what's gonna make him more prepared for what's gonna happen when him and Bud get in the ring. I would hate for my fighter to be his first really time having to just dog it out and it be in a ring with somebody like Errol Spence. Spence that had to go through that the fight he had with Shawn. People keep bringing up Shawn Porter beat Errol Spence. I'm gonna say, well, Falk Spence close and almost got the victory. Almost ain't good enough, first of all, but the main thing is that was a different Shawn Porter that fought Errol Spence than the Shawn Porter that fought uh, Terrence Crawford. Um, when Shawn fought Earl, it was some personal shit going on too. You gotta think, I was real close to my father, and although Kenny Porter always talked great about his son, he didn't have no hesitation saying that Earl Spence was the best welterweight in the division, and his son in that division. How you think that make his son feel? And he trained his son. So it was, Shawn. I think Shawn wanted to beat him to show his father that he was just as good as Earl Spence, cause your dad's your trainer. Uh, Kenny Porter spent time with Spence in the Olympic trials, so he know him a lot closer than most people. He seen him train, he done coached him in fights, and he know exactly what that boy brings to the table. And I mean, Shawn always had good character, and he wasn't the type of person to just, he always pretty much kept his composure. But that would just hurt a normal fighter if his trainer was saying how good another fighter was, especially when you're on Shawn Porter level. And then not only is your trainer, but this your dad too, the person that you look up to and that you love the most probably. And he big up in this dude. It was personal for Shawn. And Earl, I don't think he liked Shawn. So that was a whole different situation there going on. And Shawn gave it all he had in that fight. And where in the world you telling me that was the same Shawn Porter that got in the ring with Terrence Crawford? It was not. I don't even think Porter could ever be that version of himself again, because that was the best Shawn Porter I ever seen. I take that back. Second best. The best I seen was against Paulie Malignaggi and Devin Alexander. But he fought Spence real hard, and it was a dog fight. It was a war in the ring. I mean, Spence had to pull it out late. Yeah, he did. He had to pull it out in the last round, and he did that. You don't know what a fighter got in them situations until they get in them situations. Earl had been in them once in England. He had to dog it out with Kell Brook, because Kell Brook was doing good early in the fight, and regardless of how it really went down, Earl knew if it went to the cars, he was going to get robbed more than likely. He was willing to take that chance. That's how bad he wanted the belt. The same thing right now. He the one pushing for this fight. Spence is. Not necessarily, but Spence is the one to want this fight real bad. Because he want to, one, show everybody, he want to be undisputed, and he want to show everybody who the best welterweight is. That's his motivation. I told y'all. And Crawford's motivation is more on the cash and the money side. Crawford a good fighter, but I mean he a great boxer. This ain't gonna be no boxing match. This is gonna be a fight. They boxing, but this is gonna be a fight. Earl Spence gonna fight in there. It's gonna get rough. It's gonna get physical, and uh, Bud gonna have to answer some questions. And me being honest, after watching him fight Avanasian, you know, it's unless he just was doing it, maybe he was just working on stuff with Avanasian, because I mean, that's that type of opponent he had in there for a title fight. But if not, uh, sometimes these fighters get old overnight. I'm with Derrick James on that because I just, I expected to see more. Let's put it like that with what he had in the ring with him. Now he got him up out of there, but in them early rounds, I didn't like seeing him getting clipped like that. And that's another thing I keep telling y'all. He got a bad habit of getting hit flush early in fights. That's the same thing happened with Mean Machine when he got dropped. Spence is going to be on this boy behind. So, the fight with Kell Brook, he was a big, strong welterweight, boxed real good. I think, I think Spence is way more prepared than Terrence Crawford for this type of fight. I think he's gonna be a bigger man in this type of fight. I think he's gonna be the one that's more accustomed to fighting a top level fighter. It's gonna be bad. I mean, this might get bad in there. It really might, because once again, we ain't ever seen Crawford have to answer these type of questions. He haven't fought people that was good enough to press him like that. He's always, for the most part, been in control of the fights. And he been setting that kind of slow to medium pace that he like to fight. He gonna have to turn that up on speed. Errol Spence don't fight that slow stuff like that. You're not gonna be able to sit out and do them little soft pot shot jabs. It's Spence knocking them down and coming on up in there. You're gonna have to put something behind them punches, cause he gonna have something behind his. And like I say, in a dog fight or in the wars, you don't really know what I've seen great fighters. What's the Errol? I can't. It's two brothers. It's not the one that had cancer or whatever. It's the other brother. That boy can fight, but there's some shit up in here with him. I have watched him quit in fights that he was doing okay in. Dude started doing good, and I've just seen him straight out quit. It's a couple of other fighters I can't just name right off the top of my head, but it's fighters that don't, that got all the talent in the world, but when it get, when them rounds go on and you got a real dog in there, and it's round after, you don't know how a person gonna react in that situation till you put him in it. Spence was in it once in London, England, and another time I forgot. I think they fought in Las Vegas with him and Shawn. So, and he was in there with A caliber fighters that was trying to. Shawn Porter was the WBC champion. Shawn Porter gave Spence the shot because he wanted that challenge. Same way Errol Spence wants this challenge from Terrence Crawford right now. And like I said, man, Crawford ain't took no whole lot of damage in this sport, which is a good thing. But I don't see who he fought to prepare him for the type of fight he finna be in when him and Errol Spence get ready to bump on the 29th. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.